Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Vishnu, first of all, introduce yourself, please.
I am Vishnu Narayana Prasad. I am from the Kasaragod district of Kerala. I did my schooling here itself. After my plus two, I attended ISER Bhopal, the Institute of Science Education and Research, for my higher studies. From where I completed my postgraduate degree in chemistry. Uh, I like painting as a hobby in my leisure time. And during my school and college life, I have participated in several curricular and extracurricular activities, which have shaped my personality and helped myself understand better.
So Vishnu, you are from Kasaragod district of Kerala. So tell me 5 special things about Kasaragod. Any 5?
Kasaragod, the foremost thing about Kasaragod is that it is known as Saptabhasha Sangama Bhumi because it is home for 7 languages, unlike any other district in Kerala, and it is home for 7 languages. And second, it has the highest number of rivers in Kerala. It has 12 rivers, and it is also home to the shortest river of Kerala, which is Manjeshwaram River. And another specialty is that Kasaragod is home to an art form called Yakshagana, which is not seen in any other districts of Kerala. And also, there are this has another specialty that Kasaragod is having the least number of dowry-related cases in Kerala.
Very good. So you come from a very enlightened district in that sense to say.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So Vishnu, you painting is your hobby.
Yes,
So
sir.
what specifically in painting do you paint, and please tell your specialty as far as your hobby is concerned.
I like pencil drawing more, and I often do watercolor as well.
So how are watercolors different from other types of colors like pastel colors and crayons, etc.? Can you
Uh,
tell us?
Watercolor is basically we get colors in tubes. So we apply these colors in palette and we add water and mix them to paint on the canvas. Unlike pastel color, it's more used for large canvas like professionals. It's more used by professionals, whereas watercolor is used by amateurs also. And oil painting, it has a altogether different style. The tools are different used for oil painting, whereas we use brushes for water painting, watercolor.
Okay, so you are saying for oil paintings to use various other tools.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What are those tools?
I am not very familiar with that, sir. I haven't done oil painting before. I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
So can you tell a few artists who practice painting with watercolors and they are very famous?
Typically, the famous painters from Kerala itself, or
From anywhere in the world. Okay, so leave it, Vishnu. Vishnu, you are a student of chemistry, right?
yes,
And you have done your post graduation from ISER Bhopal.
yes, sir.
So, Vishnu, please tell what are the chemicals used to purify water in tanks, storage tanks? The
The
water which is potable, which is drinkable water.
yeah,
That I'm asking about.
the main chemical used for cleaning tank water is bleaching powder.
What else?
Bleaching powder, and also there are other methods used, and I think there ammonia is used for purification as well, and that's chlorine compound.
But don't you agree? Ammonia has a very peculiar smell. So if it is used, I mean, it will make the water very difficult to bear itself.
Not directly, but with other chemicals. Mainly, these chemicals contain chlorine as a component, and this has a formula of hypochlorite. They are used for purification of water.
Tell me, why do you want to join EPFO?
EPFO, this is a job which has the power and the has the opportunity. It will give me opportunity to have new experiences. It will give me the power to also to implement or to check the implementation and compliance of labor laws by establishments. So I'll have the opportunity to better the condition of workers or laborers in the industrial establishments. So I'll have new experiences where from
Okay,
where
so
I
don't you think that your knowledge of graduation and post graduation in the field of chemistry that will go waste? That will never be used in your life again if you come to such a profile.
I don't think like that, sir. And I'm looking at it at another perspective. When I look at it, I have acquired several skills during my college life, such as teamwork, communication skills, time management skills, and meeting deadlines. And these skills will come handy when I join EPFO. These skills will help me better perform as an officer in EPFO.
Very good. So, are you aware of the Gyanvapi mosque issue?
Yes, sir. I have seen in the recent news.
Yeah, please describe in brief.
Gyanvapi mosque issue involves the claim by Hindu religious outfits that this Gyanvapi mosque is constructed after demolishing a temple. That's what they are claiming. Their temple, they want it back. They are claiming that there is an idol behind the or beneath the mosque. They want it to be demolished and they want this idol back. So they are filing lawsuits for that purpose. And there have been arguments
So
in
what
that
has the court decided?
code. Um, I can't I can't recall the judgment right now, sir.
Okay. So, have you heard about the Places of Worship Act?
Yes, sir.
Tell the major features, one or two.
I think it deals with the rights of devotees for their practice of religion in their place of worship and their specific rights or the restrictions that can be placed on the premises of these religious places.
Okay, so leave it. Now, tell me what is the currently the interest rate in EPFO?
The current interest rate at EPFO is 8.1%.
Okay. So, can you tell a rough figure as to what is the number of establishments covered under EPFO?
Please repeat the question, sir.
Can you tell how many establishments? You can tell a round figure as well. How many establishments are covered under EPFO in India?
I'm not aware of that. I think I need to read
And
about it.
any idea about the number of subscribers?
I think there are more than 6 subscribers for EPFO.
Okay. And the corpus of EPFO?
Uh, as of 2020, the corpus is around 13.86 trillion rupees.
Very good. So, Vishnu, you come from the state of Kerala, where labor unions and labor movement has had very strong historical roots.
Yes,
So, I mean, how your role as an enforcement officer becomes different if you are posted in a state like Kerala.
we'll have since the trade unions and political consciousness is high in Kerala, we'll have to see uh, the we'll have to thoroughly check the complaints because they will be claiming their rights strongly from their side. So we have to check the complaints of those by the establishment. So if there arise any issues from the side of trade unions, we have to see what goes wrong and we have to act in as soon as possible to rectify the issue. We have to think from the both sides of the employer as well as the workers as well.
So, do you think the job of enforcement officer shall be easier when it comes to such a state?
Uh, there may be challenges when I join as enforcement officer, but I am ready to face the challenge and learn from these experiences.
Okay. So, what if you enter into the premises of an establishment, you observe large scale evasion of the EPF and MP Act, and the establishment tries to threaten you, they tries to threaten you violence, you get a call from the local MLA or MP that you have to leave immediately, otherwise you will have to face dire consequences and all. What will you do? What will you do then?
I think, sir, I will have certain powers as an officer in the EPFO. So I will try my best to use that powers in order uh, to carry out my duty. And even if that is not possible due to the resistance from the leaders, MLAs, or the trade workers, I'll have to seek the help of higher authorities, or I'll go by the rule. If it says to seek help from the police department, I'll have to do that. Or if it says to seek help from higher authorities and take help from them, I'll have to go by that.
So, do you agree that trade unions and labor unions at times they have vested interest and they lodge frivolous complaints against the company?
Uh, I haven't heard news in that regard, but I don't know the exact scenario in ground reality. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough, Vishnu. So those were my questions. Now,
Thank
other
you.
esteemed members of the panel will ask questions to you.
Hello,
Thank you.
Vishnu.
Hi, sir. Hello.
Ah,
Good
hi.
evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Tell me something about this Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana.
Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana aims to generate employment for the youth of India. Especially, the Indian economy has been hit by the COVID-19 pandemic for the last few years. So there has been a vast number of job losses, especially for the migrant laborers and other also people from working abroad. So a lot of people are returning back to India for jobs. So the government has to provide them jobs to survive the economy. So Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana will help them find jobs and generate employment.
What is role of EPFO?
But sir, please
What
repeat
is
the
the
question.
role of EPFO in this scheme?
EPFO is the organization that is providing social security for these laborers.
No, what is the role of EPFO in this Atmanirbhar scheme?
Uh, they have to cover the employees who are employed under the Atmanirbhar Rozgar Yojana. They have to provide social security, and they have the duty to enroll these workers for the schemes such as employees provident fund.
Okay,
So
this scheme is for unorganized sector or organized sector?
this scheme is for unorganized sector.
Okay, so unorganized sector is covered by EPFO or not?
Unorganized sector is not covered by.
So how EPFO will cover in this scheme?
I think I need to read about this. Sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, tell me something about eShram portal.
E-Shram portal is a new initiative by the government, which is a scheme for provision of pension for uh, non like, unorganized sector workers. So there's an online portal through which people can apply, and there is a provision for 3,000 monthly pension for the unorganized sector laborers.
Okay, how many people may have registered it on it roughly?
Uh, I don't exactly have a figure, sir. I have to check it.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, tell me what is unemployment rate currently in India?
It is around 8, 7 to 8% in the region.
Okay, okay. And who released this report? What is the report name?
I have seen a stat from the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy.
Mm-hmm.
According to the reports, this was the rate of unemployment in recent times.
Okay, okay. How the this recession in US? How the recession in US will impact India's economy or will increase inflation here?
Recession in the US will uh, have an influence in the interest rates decided by the US Federal Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
So this will have a consequence on Indian economy because when
Mm-hmm.
it's related to the foreign exchange reserves, so when they have inflation, the rupee dollar balance or these exchange rate will be influenced, and hence the reflection can be seen in Indian economy.
No, this is very general answer. There will be impact on the rupee dollar. There will be impact on the Indian market. This is very general answer. One in the sitting in the train can say. You have to be specific now. It, the rupee dollar ratio will be disturbed,
Yes,
but where it will go, up or down? The value, the way it will be devaluation of the rupee.
it will be up. I think it will be not. It will not be devaluation for the rupee. It will
Restart your answer again.
the inflation in US will have a reflection in the Indian economy.
There is going to be recession in US.
Okay. So the question is the recession in US will how it will impact India, right? So,
Yes.
so a recession in US will have uh, impact on Indian economy definitely. It will have a it will cause a depreciation in the value of dollar, whereas it will cause it, depreciation in dollar will be beneficial for import from US to India. So it will cause appreciation of Indian rupee.
So it will be inflation in India.
No, it will be beneficial for imports from US to India.
Okay, and how the dollar value will be depreciated?
When inflation is there in US, the value of dollar will be depreciated. So with respect to that, rupee of value of rupee will be appreciated.
Okay, leave. Tell me, this thing you told that chlorine or bleaching powder may be used. What are the other natural or traditional ways to clean the water,
Traditional ways to clean water.
or something biological?
There are several ways to clean water. One way is to use filtration with materials such as uh, charcoal and soil, and we use these materials as different layers, and we pass these layers will be placed in a tank, and we pass water from the upside of the tank. So water will be filtered through different layers, and we'll get a purified water.
Okay. Next.
And another way is
Is there any biological way?
I can't recall at the moment, sir. I think
Did you hear something about bioremediation?
yes, I have sir,
Mhm. Do you know some plants who are used in bioremedy, which are used in this process?
I'm not aware of these plants. Sir. I have
Okay.
heard about
What is what is the formula for alum?
alum.
Alum.
You mean the chemical, right? Sir?
The alum, ALUM.
Yeah, yeah. It is basically calcium sulfate. Sir. So CaSO4, I think CaSO4.5H2O is the formula.
CSO4.
Yes, I think the CaSO4.
Then why it is called alum?
Okay, I think sorry, sir. It is aluminum sulfate. Sorry.
So you have studied chemistry in college also. Okay. Okay, that's it from my side. Over to Rahul sir.
Yes. Vishnu, you are from Kerala, right?
Yes, sir.
Recently in Kerala, there has been some controversy around this Silver Line Railway.
Yes, sir.
What is this Silver Line Railway and what are the controversies around it?
The Silver Line is basically a semi-high-speed railway that has been proposed by the government recently. So the opposition parties want the government to cancel the project. They allege that it will be causing huge public debt. It will be around 1 lakh crore loan will be required for the implementation of this project, and it also causes environmental disasters in long term. So but the government ruling party is going forward with the Silver Line project. That is basically the make of the controversy around that.
Okay. Tell me about Silent Valley.
Silent Valley is one of the 5 national parks in Kerala. It is located in Palakkad district of Kerala. The Landtail macaque is an endemic species seen in the Silent Valley National Park.
Okay. Tell me about roles and responsibilities of EO and AO.
EO, enforcement officer in EPFO basically is a field job where the duty is to check the compliance or the enforcement of labor laws by the establishment. Whereas account officer AO is basically an office job. Account officer has the duty to deal with the accounts of subscribers of EPFO, managing all these account related information.
What are the laws that are enforced by an enforcement officer?
Please repeat the question, sir.
What are the laws that are enforced by enforcement officer in EPFO?
I think I don't exactly know the duty, but I really enforcement officer has to check the compliance of EPF Act and other labor laws such as Shops and Establishment Act.
How many schemes are there in under EPF Act?
What, sir?
How many schemes are there under EPF Act?
There are 3 schemes under EPF Act.
Okay. Tell me about it.
The first one is Employees Provident Fund Scheme, and the second is Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme, and third one is Employees Pension Scheme.
Who is the CPFC right now? Do you know who CPFC? What CPFC means?
CPFC is a Central Provident Fund Commission. It's the highest authority of both the organization.
Who is the CPFC right now?
Neelam Reddy.
Okay. Have you heard about CBT, Central Board of Trustees?
Yes, sir. CBT.
Who is the chairman of CBT right now?
Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment Union, Minister of Labor and Employment is the chairman of CBT. Right now, Sri Bhupender Yadav, Minister of Labor and Employment is the chairman of CBT.
Okay. I think that's all from my side. We should move to a review part.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So Vishnu.
Yes, sir.
Let us start with your strengths. You come across as a mature individual.
Thank you, sir.
And you seem to have fair bit of knowledge about various things. But I would like you to know a little more about EPFO. When is your interview?
My interview is on 14 July. 14
July. So you have fair amount of time, like 15 days you have.
Yes.
So what we have to do is, we have to focus on DAF now, more than anything else. So you do anything else or just preparing for EPFO right now?
I'm preparing for EPFO, sir.
Okay, very good. So what you have to do is, you have to focus upon DAF and prepare your hobbies well.
Okay.
So I did not come to your college and other aspects. Did you do a job?
No, sir, I haven't.
You haven't done a job. So you're preparing for civil services as well?
I have been preparing for civil service. In between that, I have applied for this job.
Okay, so what was your optional subject?
My optional subject was philosophy, sir.
Philosophy. So be prepared for questions from philosophy as well. Because if you have a gap of 3-4 years, they would always ask, what were you doing? Or they can ask, or question from philosophy can also be there. A couple of points. Initially, you started on an enthusiastic note, but gradually you seem to be losing interest in the interview itself. Was it the case?
Maybe because I haven't attended many interviews, I may be getting nervous a little bit. So
yeah,
that the looking phase goes down, I think.
Yeah. So please don't let that enthusiasm drop down, right? You have a good persona, charming persona. So keep that enthusiasm and the spirit high. Maintain the energy levels throughout. Speak with the same amount of enthusiasm, right?
Okay.
That always, and then keep smiling in between. Like you seemed a lot tense in the latter half of the interview.
I think so.
Even if you are not able to answer a few questions, or even if you feel that this should be known but not known to you right now, that is fine, because you cannot know everything under the sun.
Okay.
Right. So you always have to allow yourself this quotient of benefit of doubt that yes, a rational, a normal individual can miss upon these things. So you have to remain contented with whatever you are able to answer. So even if 5 questions on a trot you are not able to answer, you don't have to lose the comfort level.
Okay.
You don't have to be stressful, and you have to practice maintaining that level of enthusiasm on your face, even if you are tense. Don't have to show it to anyone, right? To the board itself. So I would suggest you to take offline mocks as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they are available in Kerala, but I'll try.
Yeah, but if it's not right now, so you'll have to travel to Delhi. So plan accordingly so that you are able to attend to 1 or 2 offline mocks, so that will be a better evaluation as such. So and another point is about structuring your answer. You can structure your answers better than you are doing right now. For the amount of knowledge you have, you can always speak the most significant statement first, right? And when asked about 5 special things about Kasargod in Kerala, you could have easily enumerated the things without getting into the details, right? Like, sir, 5 specialties are this, and there you end your answer, right? Let the board ask deeper questions about any one of the 5 things, right? So you have to be precise and crisp in your answers so that multiple facets of your personality can be explored there in an interview room, right? So beyond that, you seem to be doing fine. Read about EPFO, focus on your DAF more now, and you are good to go. Practice speaking in front of the mirror by setting a stopwatch for 30 seconds, right? To do all this, you are bound to score good marks. All the best from my side. Now, other panelists challenge the sir, he will give guidance to you.
Okay.
Vishnu, I think you are good candidate. We could not see your face properly in the dress properly because you are in a semi-lit room.
There's
So
a lighting.
it should not be this way in this online session, because we want to see your expression while you are giving the answer, that you are confused or you are uh, overconfident or you are smiling. It is very important for a panel. Okay. Other thing, we could not see your dress and your posture. So it would be good if you. It would be a real assessment if you can give a offline interview somewhere. Okay, you will learn more things. Other thing, you are guessing in some questions without asking from the panel, without requesting from the panel. You are just giving the wrong answers confidently, that um, this scheme Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana is for unorganized sector. Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme or mission is different from the Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana. The Rozgar Yojana is mainly from the EPFO, and in this the EPFO part, the EPF and EPS, like 12% from the employer, 12% for the employee. These are paid by the government, central government, for establishments less than 1,000 workers, and for establishment with more than 1,000 workers, only employee share is given. So these are the basic details every candidate should know. We have been taken many interviews, so people are aware of it. So you should not be missing the details.
Okay.
So Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana, then Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Protsahan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana, then Atal Pension Yojana. These basic things you should know about the unemployment rate, PLFA survey, Labor Bureau. Uh, so all related to social security and all related to labor ministry should not be missed.
Okay.
So you just do a work. You either follow Twitter or Facebook account of the labor ministry, and also EPFO, which is named as social EPFO. The handle is social EPFO. So you go on the Facebook social EPFO page, and then go scroll through the all the pictures there. The photos included infographics. The photos includes all the infographics about these schemes, about what is new initiatives by EPFO, e-governance initiatives, EPFO. So you have to be very good in this social security and labor part. Okay. Otherwise, you are good candidate, or keep reading the current affairs. That is very important, and read the newspaper on that very day on the interview.
Okay.
So there may be questions like what did you read? More three important news. Okay. We didn't ask more about the chemistry. We didn't ask about the Kerala. So there will be a big panel, like around 5 people may be there, or 4. So they may ask different questions. So for better practice, you may also give 1 or 2 online or offline. So new questions will be practiced.
Sir, can I ask you one thing, sir?
Uh-huh.
If there is a question comes and I don't know, like I have to guess it, so I have how to go about that.
Which question?
If there's a question comes from the panel and I don't know, but I have some idea, I need to guess the answer. So how to go about
you can, yeah. So in such questions, Vishnu, you can always present like, sir, with my limited understanding about the subject, or with my limited reading of the subject. You can always start with such a sentence that at the outset only you are making it clear that you have very limited knowledge about it. Or otherwise you can say, sir, I have very limited knowledge about this issue, and with that knowledge I can say that, or I can state that, right? So that is the way you can always approach. Any other question you have?
no, sir, I don't.
So all the best, Vishnu, from all of us.
Thank you.
Shalin sir, you have to tell something else, please. You can.
Yeah. Okay. All the best. Keep
Okay.
practicing. Keep reading, practicing, and keep reading.
Okay.
Okay.
All the best.